Good afternoon. How are we today? So I'm just going to come on briefly for our women's health series again that we were doing beforehand. So just starting these up again with some new stuff, little snippets for you, quick kind of short snippets that you can implement into your day. And this week I'm going to speak to you about fueling and recovery with exercise. So I know that many of you are doing what's on the group here, what we have in the VIP group, but also you are often doing extra alongside that, be that extra on-demand stuff that we've got in the group or your own workouts in between as well. So I'm going to speak to you about fueling for your exercise and recovery. I'm going to keep it nice and short, hopefully. So first of all, and especially as women, all of us being over 30, or most of us being over 30, once we reach the age of 30, as I've explained before in the menopause discussions, that we start to lose our female hormones. So particularly the hormone estrogen starts to decrease, which is one that's really, really important. I'm going to go more into these subjects with you over the next few weeks and months. So as estrogen begins to deplete throughout perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, where it goes really, really low, sometimes to below 1%. So it's not even traceable anymore in some women. And that has a massive, massive effect on everything in our body, because we have around about 1,000 estrogen receptors in our bodies. So that affects everything that's going on. So the way we need to think about fueling and recovering from exercise has to change. We are not what we were when we were 28. We are no longer that young. We are no longer what happened, or what worked for us in our 20s does not work for us now. So we need to think about that. So if you're still doing the same routine, the same recovery, the same nutrition, the same lifestyle that you were using in your 20s to 30s, that is not going to work for you from 30 and beyond. Things are going to start to change. Even if they haven't already, things will start to change. So I don't know if anyone's heard the expression, women are not small men. We are certainly not, and our genetic makeup is different. Our bodies are on this earth to serve different functions. So we are not small men. However, most case studies are done on men. So what is working for men is not always going to work for us. So we have to bear this in mind. We have to take a different approach. So one thing that we can think about is our fueling for our exercise. There is nothing wrong with getting up in the morning and doing a fasted workout. That's perfectly fine, as long as you have fueled the night before correctly for that exercise. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. What you do need to bear in mind, however, is that the advised recovery period to get the glycogen and to help the muscles and the body recover optimum best is 40 minutes. This study was done on men. However, as females, we have a 20-minute window to get that quick recovery fuel in, that first recovery meal in. So it's not always an easy thing to do. 20 minutes, if you think about it, when you finish your workout. Oh, well, I better go and do the dishes. I better go and load the washing machine, go and put the washing out, need a shower. Half an hour later, you're still busy doing stuff. You're still in your workout gear, and I know I am. And then 40 minutes later, you go and get your shower, and it's an hour later, and you haven't had a recovery meal yet. Now, that's going to have an impact on how you feel throughout the day, how you feel mentally, physically, hydration as well, and how you feel going into your next workout. And this, for me personally, has been a huge journey, a huge learning curve. because I did kind of work within that 40-minute window and stretch it to an hour quite often for various reasons, be it that maybe when I was running, I would come in, I would do the stuff, and then I would go and get a shower, and then I would have something to eat, thinking, I'll stretch this window, it'll help my weight loss, it'll help my fat loss, blah, blah, blah. Whatever I was telling myself, it was wrong. Or when I'm teaching a class, it can take me 15 to 20 minutes to clear up my gear, get out the hall, and then maybe still have to drive 20 minutes down the road. That's a 40-minute window before I've even got home, had a shower, made my dinner. So that could be easily, for me, an hour and a half to 2 hours before I eat, before I sit down to eat, by which point it could be 9:30, 10 at night, and I'm like, oh, just have a bowl of cereal. I'm not really wanting to eat the big meal at this time of night, or Tony's had leftovers, I'm not going to cook. So we really should be thinking differently about how we as females are looking at our nutrition around exercise. So coming to your exercise first thing in the morning, that is okay to do a fasted workout. Many people will do it and get away with it. If that works for you, that works for you. Bear in mind, the longer the workout, the more you're probably going to use your reserves. So coming to your workout fueled is good. And when I say fueled, it doesn't need to be coming from a dinner straight into a workout. You're just going to probably end up with reflux and lose something. So thinking about your window, what works for you? So what works for one person isn't going to work for the other. Some people can take a quick nibble on something and then go into a workout. For me, I feel I need to at least take an hour and a half before I go and do something. And especially because a lot of the movements I'm doing, I'm putting my head down below my belly. And so that can cause reflux sometimes if I haven't eaten the right stuff beforehand, or if I have eaten too soon before working out. So for me, a good kind of rule of thumb is an hour and a half tops. So that could be your basic lunch, and sometimes I just stretch that lunch and have it a bit later, or I will have a light snack, even a couple of oat cakes or rice cakes with peanut butter or something like that, just to fuel me towards that workout. I know one of our ladies on our VIPs likes 2 or 3 Brazil nuts beforehand. Apricots are also really good for giving you the energy. So it also depends what kind of workout you're going into. If you're going into something gentle that's not going to break a sweat, then you probably don't need to be that fueled, or you still need to be fueled because you're working your body, you're working your muscles, but you probably don't need to fuel the same way that you would if you were doing a sprinting workout, something that's high energy, HIIT, LIT, high, lifting weights, things like that. So bear in mind and work that around your workout, that whatever works best for you. And then after you've worked out, start setting yourself that 20-minute window. Let's not stretch that window. Let's see if we can work within that window and get that refuel. And things that are really important within that window immediately is protein. So our muscles, because of declining hormones, because of the declining estrogen, are not holding hydration the same. So if you imagine a new sponge and an old sponge, the new sponge is going to, if you squeeze it and then release, it's going to soak up the moisture and it's going to hold it. An old sponge is going to struggle to hold the same moisture. It's not going to be as absorbent. So thinking of it a little bit that way. So hydration, getting the fluids in and getting the protein in within 20 minutes, or as soon as in that 20-minute period after you work out, is key to your recovery. So even something like a boiled egg, one boiled egg would make a difference to your recovery that day and going into your next workout. And we don't want that knock-on effect of always hitting the workout feeling absolutely depleted and absolutely shattered. We want to be able to work out. We want to be able to work out at our best. And the more we can do to help that, the better. So a boiled egg is handy, and you can just keep, if you're working out from home, you can keep that in the fridge, really easy. If it's cold outside, you can keep one in your car. You can grab it on the way home and eat it, but even before you've left. Obviously, you might want to slug a bit of water with that as well. Other things that are really good that give you that whole kind of overall protein hit, amino acids, a little bit of carbs as well, is milk. Is great for recovery. It is one of the best recovery foods you can have, and getting those amino acids in and the good things in as well. Chocolate milk is great, and you don't need a lot. You know, a glass, a cup, a large cup or mug would be perfect. What I have been experimenting with as well when I've been in a drishig for classes is just taking a shaker bottle with water, about 400 ounces of water, and a couple of scoops of protein shake in a separate tub, popping that in as I am clearing up and clearing my stuff from the room, packing my stuff away and packing the car, just going back and forward to that recovery drink. And that's been quite amazing for me. The turnaround that I've had just from doing either a boiled egg and a drink of my water that I've got with me at class, or the protein shake, has made a huge difference. The thing with the protein shake as well is that you're going to get the hydration in if you have it with water. So I'm just having it with water. And I'm not a big one for shakes as in diet shakes and diet drinks and using that as a meal replacement. You will still, when you come home, have your meal. You might not be as hungry. You might have a smaller meal, which again, I'm going to go into that with you in our VIP talks in our women's health, as to portion sizes and things as we age. But get the recovery in, get the protein in. So as you are working out, your muscles are using the stored glycogen. They're using the stores of energy that they've got in them. And once that's depleted, if you don't replace it, your muscles are going to struggle to push you through your next workout. You are going to feel tired. You're going to feel lethargic. You're going to feel as though you're not lifting or moving at your optimum, at your best. So replacing that glycogen within that 20-minute window is key, particularly for females, particularly for women, to get that recovery process started. So when we're exercising, we're breaking down the muscle, and then it's the repair process of the muscle that helps your muscles grow and stay stronger. And having stronger muscles as a female and as an older female as well will help to protect your body as you age. It will protect your bones, your bone health, so osteoporosis. It will protect around your joints of your bones and muscles. So everything is helped by having good, strong, healthy muscles. But our muscles need fueled and recovered in the correct manner to support us better. So I hope that was a useful little sort of 15-minute or not even 10-minute ditty for you today. If anyone has any questions on that, please pop them in the wee chat box, because you're probably not the only one that has the question. So think about that. Whatever is a handy little, and I mean, think about a boiled egg is not a huge amount to be eating after a workout, but get the fluids in as well. Make sure you get the liquids in so you get the hydration. Protein shake doesn't have to be huge, so don't have a cup here on me, but you know, about that kind of size measure is plenty. But 20 minutes is your window as a female to get that recovery in, and then when you get home, you can grab your shower and then grab your meal for the evening, or your lunch, or whatever it is, breakfast that you're having, and still having your good quality nutrition and hydration with that as well. Thinking about your green leafies and your other veg, your protein and your good carbohydrates in with your recovery meal. So let me know if that was useful for you. Let me know if you have any questions and I can elaborate a little bit further on our next talk or pop some information under your comment for you there as well. So have a great day, and if I'm seeing you this evening, we will be lifting weights together. Make sure you've got your 20-minute window recovery shake ready, and I'll see you either later or later on this week.